Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the last day of round 7's Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And here's today's sketch. And it's also Take Out Your Tools Tuesday, and we'll be focusing on saying stamps. So I'm going to go ahead and scrapbook this wonderful picture of my mommy on her 65th birthday in retirement. The kids just came home, so it was just a couple of us, and we celebrated with my mom. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Coco Vanilla Studios Daydream collection because the colors in the collection really did match the balloon Archie swag thing that we had got and decorated our house with, and a whole bunch of these scraps. I was thinking about using that cut apart, however, I do not do that. I also pull in a whole bunch of saying stamps from Stampin' Up. And what I mean by saying stamps is word phrases, just a whole bunch of different words and sayings and phrases, obviously. And I pulled in a whole bunch of like happy birthday type collections. I'm going to go ahead and use all of these scraps. I don't use the cut apart. I thought I would, but I do not. So I'm going to cut some strips to create the banners in that sketch. And then I'm going to punch a circle out of each one of them to create that circle element that ran through the center of the sketch. Now, the sketch is very Christmas themed since it's Santa, in his sleigh being pulled by the reindeer. But I turn it into a celebration, and all of my stamps are going to be, like I said, happy birthday, celebrate, and I'm going to do some heat embossing because, well, I absolutely love to heat emboss, and it's something that I've been trying to focus on more of because I think it adds just a little bit more to a layout. Now, I do take this circle wreath that is the back of the page, and I'm going to use that for 2 of my circles and just the front and back of these. Now, while I'm getting all this prepped and ready to be put onto the page, I do want to thank Christy over at Christy's Beautiful Life. This has been such a fun month-long series, and like I said, this is round 7, so round 8 will be in June of this year, so stay tuned for that, and I cannot wait to participate in that as well. And I've just had so much fun, and I love the sketches that have been chose. It's I think I've stayed pretty true to most of the sketches, maybe went rogue once or twice here and there, right? I love this Coco Vanilla collections, but I love all of the Coco and Vanilla collections, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this cluster at the bottom as the sketch calls for, and I know I add like more elements and I don't get it quite the way that the sketch is, but you can definitely tell that I went off a sketch here, and I am going to go ahead and punch out one more circle because I realized I needed one more. So we're going to have 2 of those floral ones because this is my mother's birthday in retirement, and my brother and sister came home and we were all there celebrating her. So it's more of a happy birthday theme. So I'm going to use some embossing at all my stamps that I picked out. I'm going to use my Versamark ink and some metallic blue embossing powder because it pulled out some of the blue in the collection. I did not have that over quite as far as it needed to be, so I just, do my thing, pull it back up, and I'm going to go ahead and get that stuck back down. And I backed my photo in that dark navy not cardstock, pattern paper. I do trim these off, and we are going to go ahead and start adding some banner pieces. I do want to go ahead and mimic that at the top. There was another cluster at the top of the sketch, and so I'm going to try to make this work. The only thing about the one that coral color, the hearts are going the wrong way, so I don't actually think I bring that in. If I do, it's a banner like this. I do change this top one up here. I'm going to go ahead and make several banners. While I'm getting this done, I do want to remind you that today is a hop, so in my description box listed down below will be everybody that is playing along with today's sketch. And if you would like to play along as well, I will have the Facebook group linked below, and you can go back and play along and see all the different sketches and takes. It's really fun to see how everyone that's been participating and playing along takes the same sketch, but all the different layouts. I mean, it's really fabulous. I've had fun, and I'm really sad to see it come to an end. But April will bring fun and interesting items. Now I am going to go ahead and start my embossing here. So I do use my Versamark ink and just my different stamp pads. I don't make you watch me do all of them, but if you see, I've got all the stamps lined up, and I'm going to put a whole bunch of different images on each of the circles. And I just use my coffee filter to collect everything. Now, I didn't use any my powder or anti-static bags, so I'm just using my paintbrush just to knock off a couple of those pieces. Because there is not a lot of surface to hold on to there with that Wagner heat gun, I'm going to go ahead and use my craft tweezers because I don't want to burn my fingers. Oh, but that is so much fun. And I do let the heat gun heat up so that when I put it on there, I let it get to a temperature so that it will start melting the powder right away and not warp my paper. And those are just all the sayings, and I did put a little cake on there as well. I just thought the blue popped off all of these pattern papers and such better than anything else. And there's really no black in the collection, so I didn't really want to use black embossing powder. And we got one more, and I just put hello, happy, celebrate, happy birthday. And I do actually stamp a couple times on my actual layouts right here. I do melt the photo just a little bit, and you'll see I make it work, but it's got a little bit of a wrinkle in it, but not so much that it really does bother me. Looking at it now, I wish I would have made that into some sort of banner, but we can bring this layout back again, right? I am going to pop up every other circle on my my big old roll of foam tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I believe that it was so hard for me to get the backing off of this is because where I had it stored waiting for it, I have radiant heat, and I had this on the wall in one of my bins, and I feel like the heat kind of pulled up. So once I got through those top layers, it's really not as hard as it was in the beginning to pull the backing off, but that stuff is super sticky, okay? Best foam tape I've actually ever used. I'm secure in the fact that nothing is ever it's not ever going to lose its stick, because if I've accidentally got it stuck on something else and I just have to rip it up. It is so sticky that I can't even save it. Sometimes you can pull stuff back up and down. No, best foam tape ever. So that big mama roll I will be ordering again. Now I do go ahead and pull in 2 of these fabric hearts in that yellow color there. I just wanted to pop in some more yellow around the page, and I just use my ATG. I use my liquid glue, the art glitter glue, in my fine liner bottle, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out some of these flowers. I fussy cut out the other sheet of flowers, guys. I had to. I mean, the back is beautiful, but I love me some fussy cut flowers. Now these are the ones that were kind of hanging off the page, so they have a flat edge. So I'm just making sure to tuck those in different areas just to give the layout some more fun clusters and be able to use those. So, you just tuck it under, hide that flat edge, and it's great. I'm just going to keep pulling all of this in, and I don't pop any of those up, I don't believe. I might. I did create this layout quite some time ago. I like to overhang things on the picture as well, but this, you guys know that I don't normally match my photos to my layouts. It's just not something that I do, but this one it was perfect. So I did go ahead and use that, and I have several pictures from that day, so you'll be seeing more of that with this collection. I'm just going to simply use beautiful as my title and tuck it into the the circles, because the way that the circles were going and the beautiful was wrote, I like the way that worked. I'm going to tuck in some of these little word phrase stickers here and there around the page. Again, don't forget when you're done watching my video to hop on along and see all of the other layouts that have been created. The backing is not the backing's staying on the paper. So I just use my liquid glue and go ahead and, get some art glitter glue on there and then stick it down. And I'm just going to keep going and adding here and there. And I do take my Muji pen. I finally got a Muji pen, guys. Oh my God. Best pen I've ever had in my life. I'm going to do some messy lines all the way around the page. I did this because I have so much going in that diagonal that the two corners that don't have anything, I feel like the white space is just too much. So I made sure to use some wonky lines, and that kind of breaks it up. But yeah, Muji pen, best thing I've ever bought. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of, lines and dashes around the circle. And that is pretty much going to be it for my layout. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I will have another video, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked my video. Click that subscribe button if you haven't. Bye.